Do mandatory contributions lead to a loss of liberty? Imagine a world where every dollar you earn is partly taken away before you even get to decide what to do with it. That's what happens with mandatory contributions like taxes. Libertarians see this as a loss of freedom because it involves coercion by the government. They believe that each person owns their property and should decide how to use it. When the government forces you to pay taxes or contribute to welfare programs, it takes away your right to choose freely. Libertarians argue that government actions should be based on voluntary agreement. But in reality, refusing to pay taxes can lead to fines, jail time, or even violence. This use of force makes the legitimacy of the government's power questionable. They see it as treating individuals as means to fund others' needs rather than respecting personal rights. In the case of the welfare state, mandatory contributions are used to fund redistributive programs. These programs take money from some people to give to others, which libertarians say violates property rights. They believe that forcing people to support welfare programs, they disagree with limits their freedom to decide how to spend their earnings. This kind of economic coercion can restrict personal choice and control over one's resources. However, libertarians do accept some exceptions. For example, they see jury duty and national defense as legitimate obligations. These are considered necessary to protect everyone's rights, including those who are compelled to serve. Even then, they stress that coercion should be minimized and that people should have options like conscientious objection. Overall, from a libertarian point of view, mandatory contributions often lead to a loss of liberty. They violate the principles of self-ownership and voluntary exchange. The welfare state, which relies on compulsory taxes, is seen as a challenge to individual freedom because it institutionalizes coercion over personal property and economic choices. Libertarians argue that reducing or eliminating these mandatory payments helps preserve personal liberty and encourages voluntary cooperation instead.